Hello and welcome to Colred Plays Raid Shadow Legends. I am Colred. Thank you for joining me. So here I am on my Hell Hades free-to-play challenge account. Now it's been a minute since I've given you an update on this account, and I currently find myself sitting in 5th place overall. Out of all 1,300 plus competitors, somehow I've gotten into the top 5. Now out of the content creators in the group, there is one content creator who is still in front of me, and another one who is close on my heels. And I think the three of us are probably going to be fighting it out tooth and nail down to the wire to see who takes that top spot. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you around the account a little bit, update you on my roster and some areas where I've made progress. And then we're going to go ahead and pull all of my remaining shards, because why not? There are only 11 days left in this competition. And if I'm going to get any help from the shards, I need to pull them now so that I have time to actually use any of the champions that I get. Now, unfortunately, there's no 2x Ancient Shard event this weekend, which is what I was hoping for, but there is a Fortune Deck of Fate, so there's a little bit of extra value out there that might turn into a few resources, maybe a good piece of gear, who knows. So that's what we're going to do today. I hope you're ready for it. Let's get started. Just a quick reminder, the final 4 of Raid Madness is here. We are on a slight pause while we wait for schedules to line up with Hell Hades so that we can bring him in here to be our guest analyst in our final round. So in the meantime, if you want to check out the results of the bracket as it stands, you can go ahead and click on the link in the description of this video. Also, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and consider joining our Discord community. Okay, so as you can see, we are on the challenge account and we have 11 login days left. We do have a Void Shard, got an Epic Tome, an Ancient Shard. We do have one pack of 500 energy, which is going to be big, 200 gems, and one Legendary Skill Tome. That means on the last couple of days, there are going to be opportunities to push. That Skill Tome could mean something. You never know if Dark Athel might mean something in terms of either becoming a quick 4-star chicken to get one last 6-star, or maybe runner up to 40 and get some help in faction crypts. I don't know, what faction crypt is going to end day 90, but as soon as day 90 is over, we do have the entire 90th day, but as soon as day 90 is over, that's it, and the competition is done. So let's take a look at where we stand currently on the leaderboard. Here is the leaderboard, and as you can see, I'm sitting on 9,558 points. If we take a look at the teams, you can see Team YST, which we call Team Shadowverse, is in the lead by about 1,700 points. We're doing quite well here. YST is up over 7,000. Notorious has been doing really well. I mean, everybody, all of the guys have been fantastic. We're constantly talking in Discord, or at least texting in Discord, chatting. It's been really fun. It's been a really great team. Team Deadwood has made a push recently. They're actually doing quite well. You can see Deadwood Jedi closing in on 8,000 points, and he's got 3 other players, 2 over 6,000, 1 over 5,000. So they're doing quite well also. Now, if we take a look at the actual content creators' individual scores, if you look here at Team Scratch, Crop has over 10,000 points, 10,800 points, closing in on 11,000. Now, I went to Crop's channel just to check it out, and I think you pronounce it Cropchick. So I'm not sure, what language that is. I'm going to call him Crop just for simplicity's sake. But he sounded Slavic to me. Could be, maybe. Anyway, so Crop has been doing absolutely fantastic. I closed within 300 points of Crop the other day, and then he just somehow gained 1,000 points really quickly, like that, and just pulled away from me. And then just behind me on Team Drock is Big Papa Drock at 9119. Now, nobody else is over 9,000 points as of yet. There are a few people who are creeping up. I think a couple of people are in the mid-8s, but Big Papa Drock has been absolutely outstanding. He has been pushing me hard. He got actually within about 30 points before I was able to pull away by a few hundred as well. So I don't know if I'm going to end up in first place, second place, third place, or if somebody is going to come out of the pack and catch me as well. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to hold on to one of these top spots. I'm going to push Crop as hard as I can. I have some places where I can get some points not a ton of points. There aren't a ton of points left out there. But I'm hopeful that maybe I can catch him. My original goal was to hit 10,000 points, but now 10,000 points is not going to be enough. So I'm going to have to hit at least 11,000 if I'm going to want to catch Crop. So that's where we stand right now in terms of our team. And if you want, you can come here and see, you can also see the community tab. And as I said at the top of the video, you can see I am listed at number 5 overall in the community. Now, looking at these top 2, I've got to say, JS Foot 50 and Panda Free to Play 2024, you guys are absolutely killing it. 15,819 points, 14,304 points. I mean, you're making the content creators who are below you, look really pedestrian. I mean, that's an incredible score. Unfortunately, we can't see all of, the roster and why that's happening. These aren't all content creators. This is the full community. But as you can see, top 5, pretty good. I did not expect to end up there. But I feel pretty good about that performance. Okay, so if you want to see any more about the scores, you can always come here to Hell Hades. There's a green bar up top. You just click on that. You can come and check out all the individual scores. They break it down by content creators or community, and then various areas of the game, whether you're looking for dungeon scores or campaign or clan boss or whatever you want to see. You can go ahead and check that out. Okay, so back on the account here, we can see my roster. Now, I have 8 6-star champions, although you can see that Ugo is still leveling up, and she's not really built all that well. But she is my 8th 6-star champion. I'm closing in on enough food for another 6-star. I'll probably have that by the end of the weekend. And I think by the end of the competition, I'll be able to get one more after that. So I think I'm going to end up with 10 6-stars, which actually feels pretty good. There are several players who have like 14 already, 10, 11, 12 plus, where I'm sitting on 8. So I feel pretty good that I've been able to do everything that I've been able to do with just these 8 champions. Really, I did it with 6 champions. Because I leveled Coldheart as my 7th champion, and she has helped me out not at all. Not at all. She hasn't been bad, but she is not really helping me in Fire Knight the way I thought she would, or I was hoping she would. She may yet come online in the next 11 days. So it could be that she's going to get me some progress in a couple of places. But she's not really helping me in Spider, and she's not really helping me in Fire Knight yet. And it's not because she's not good in those places. It's because I really don't have her in a team that works with the gear that she needs. Like, it's not all there yet. It's close, though. So like I said, it could come online. And I don't know who my next 2 6-stars will be. I have some interesting options. One option is Selenia Nightcloak, who I'm actually highly interested in taking to 6 stars. I think she could potentially help me in a lot of places. I don't have regen gear for her, unfortunately, or it doesn't feel like I do. And so that would limit her use, I think, a little bit. What I would like to do is get her in a very tanky setup so that I could use her and Nergigante Archer together. And I could also use Selenia with Rathalos Blademaster in sort of tankier setups than Mordecai would be able to bring. That kind of stuff. So that is one option. I do have some other pretty good epics. I have Mistwriter Dathi. I'm not really short on damage. I mean, Rathalos basically takes care of that. I do have Phoenix, who I was planning to 6-star and then backed away from when I pulled Ugo. So when I pulled Ugo, I was like, oh, I'm going to 6-star Ugo instead of Phoenix. And so I could go back to that plan. I still have Sanguinia, who has a cleanse and a block debuff buff, and that's a very good option. I still have Renegade as an option down here. And I think that's about it. I mean, in the vaults, I don't think anybody in the vaults is really jumping out as somebody who needs to get to the head of the line here. Now, I am really close, and one of the I am really close to a fusion. I am really close to Razin. You can see I actually have 15 of the 16 rares that you need. The only one I'm missing is Spikehead. So if I pull him from a shard today, I could potentially set that up and go and get my Razin. Now, I could also just go get these 4 epics. And what that might allow me to do is push all of those different faction crypts and then fuse Razin. And then, you know, hopefully he can help me as well. I don't know. We'll have to see. Faction crypts are a source of points, not a ton of points, but a decent source of points. And I think Crop is a few hundred points ahead of me in terms of faction crypts. So I need to make up some ground in the next few days, in the next 11 days. And so this might be one way to do it. I also have my Relic Keeper just about ready to go, and that is the Arbiter mission that I'm on. So you can see here, use Relic Keeper. I got delayed several times in this. I'm not as far along as I would like, but these 2 legendary skill tomes are actually really significant. Because if we go back to my legendaries, you will see that my Rathalos is finally fully booked, and I have started to put books into Nergigante Archer. Now, I've only hit damage so far. Damage. So if I can get 2 books into the A3, or if I could get, you know, some books into the A2, that would definitely help me. I would love to get this stun and decrease speed up to 100% chance. That would be really nice. And the cooldowns would be helpful. And I hope I can just miss the A1 the rest of the way. And that would allow me to, you know, get close to full potential without needing every single book, because the A1 isn't really necessary in terms of damage. I don't mind extra damage. She actually hits decently hard, but that's not really what she's about, right? She's about survivability, utility, and control. So that's sort of where the account stands. I've thought about Wuzgar. I've thought about Haikatoon, Phoenix, Mistridor Dathi, and Sanguinia. You know, these are the champions who are really popping out to me. And if we look at the Tavern, we'll see that I do have 15 epic tomes. Now, I could use them all on Melga. Melga actually needs 16 books, I believe, to get to full power. So if I don't pull another good epic that's worth taking to 6-star and booking out, then I might book out Melga. Ugo is booked. She's fully booked except for 1 book here on her A1, which unfortunately I couldn't save more than that. Firegun Isbul is another option, I guess, if I wanted Bomb Champion. So I do have some epic tomes, and I want to get some value out of those. I thought about booking Inquisitor Shamil, but he doesn't really need books. He can basically do his job in Hydra at 50 with no books. I might take him to 60 if I don't have any other options. That could be a thing as well, just to make him a little more survivable for Hydra. As far as Clan Boss is concerned, I have a pretty good Nightmare team. Today, unfortunately, just because of the affinity and the time I got to it, I think it was a 3-key. Yeah, it was a 3-key Nightmare. I've actually been getting a 2-key Nightmare run for the last 2 or 3 days. So I think it's only Spirit Affinity that, unfortunately, because Rathalos is weak affinity here and Mordecai is too, that I don't get my maximum damage. So every other affinity that I've run it into, I can get a 2-key. I haven't tried Ultra Nightmare yet because my clan hadn't actually unlocked this, but I have switched to a CPR clan. I am now in my own clan cluster. I should have done that weeks ago. I don't know why I didn't. I think that originally I thought we all had to stay in the clan. And then when I found out we didn't have to stay in the clan, I was kind of like, oh, well, I don't know. You know, I'll think about it. And then another month went by. And then finally I was like, I've been giving away double chests. Like we didn't even have Ultra Nightmare unlocked. You know, we weren't necessarily clearing Nightmare every day. And we lost all our CBCs. It was just like, it's a bad idea. I could have done better had I gotten into my own clan cluster. Sorry, guys. I wish I had thought of it. Or I wish I had just committed to it. I don't know. I've been distracted with baby stuff. Give me a break. So anyway, now that I'm here, hopefully we'll get a few more resources from those double chests. I'm excited about that. And like I said, I can typically get a 1-key Brutal and 2-key Nightmare. And if I do that every day for the next 11 days, I think that could yield some shards and hopefully some legendary tomes. That would be really helpful. That's what I need. I don't need shards as much as legendary tomes. Okay, here we are in the faction crypts. You can see I've got 371 out of 405 stars. Doing pretty well here. The top spots go to Sacred Order, Barbarian, dwarves, and bannerlords. These 4 right here are basically my best ones. I'm doing okay in high elves too. But these are where I have my 6 stars, right? Sacred Order is Athel and Deacon Armstrong. Bannerlords is Rathalos. Dwarf Crypt is Melga. Barbarians is Nergigante Archer. So I'm starting to pick up some stars in some other places like Dark Elves. I'll probably pick up some stars today because I do have my 6-star Cold Heart now. But she needs a little bit of support. So I wouldn't mind a little bit of support in the Dark Elves faction from the shards that we pulled today. Ogrins could also make some progress potentially if I can get through this first boss, which I might be able to do because I have upgraded some champions in this faction. So if I can get through that first boss, I could potentially get some stars there. And if we can go out here and maybe get this shard, that'd be cool. Get another tome. Any resources at this point are going to be key to just making progress because we're actually kind of slowing down on progress. One place we are making decent progress, though, is actually in Doom Tower. You can see I am all the way up to floor 90, but I've also cleared 10 floors in Heart. So I actually think I'm going to walk all the way up this tower. I don't think these 120 floors are going to be a problem. And then I think I'm going to continue to push hard. I should be able to push at least past the second boss, I think. Maybe as far as like this Void Shard. I couldn't think. I was like Purple Shard, Void Shard. So remember, there's only 11 days left, so I can do 110 floors total if I don't mess up a day or if I don't get stuck, which could happen. I could definitely get stuck, but that should be enough for me to complete normal. I think I need what? 1, 2, 3 more days to complete normal. And then however many days, 8 days to run up Doom Tower hard. Centranos is basically capped out. I can't get anywhere else, really, right now. Maybe with a couple more 6 stars, that might unlock something, but probably not. What I might end up doing is in the last few days, maybe trying to push some 5 stars and seeing if I can unlock a few more nodes here. But yeah, that's about it. That's where we stand. Gold 5 arena, no problem. I think that in 3v3 arena, we are in bronze 3. And we've got 2 days to potentially push for bronze 4, which would be cool. I think we might be able to make that. It's a little bit of a stretch, but yeah, that's where we are. All right, so why don't we go ahead and pull some shards? You can see we've got 12 ancients, 3 voids, and a sacred. I'm going to pull them all. Yeah. And I think, as far as for what I'm looking for, I don't really know. I don't know if there's a clear champion that could help me out. Something for clan boss might be nice. Something that could unlock some progress in clan boss, maybe get me into Ultra Nightmare. Like a Demitha would be fantastic. Also, any cool champion that I can just bank in the account, because I will be handing this account off at some point to somebody else. And so, good champions will help them out. I mean, if I pull a legendary, that's going to be a vault champion at this point, unless it's a trash legendary and then it's a 5-star chicken. So why don't we actually, I guess we'll just start with the ancients. Now, for the progressive chances here, I think it's got to be Venom Mage. Although Ashma is a very good clan boss poisoner, but so is Venom Mage, and Venom Mage is better and more content. And then it's got to be Bad Alcazar or Theodore. Now, I don't really have a reliable cleanser. Right, I have Sanguinea, who's at level 40, and I have Ugo, who's got a mini cleanse. It's like 1 debuff. They could both be really good in a lot of places, but I think I'm going to go for Bad L. Oh, I can't use either of them. What am I talking about? I can't use either of them. Why do I care? Why do I care? Yeah, I still think I'm going to. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do 2 single pulls and then a 10 pull. We have been on a cold streak with ancient shards. We've just been on a cold streak. I don't expect much here, but maybe there's one good epic Got another copy of Soulbound Bowyer. She's sort of built on my account. I have a 1-star blessing on her, so I could just turn that into a book. She's not booked yet. Let's go ahead and pull the 10 ancient. Let's hope for at least one good epic here. Somebody, there's one. A tour, not a great one. How about another one? Okay. So Longsword Torix is a pretty good rare. Might factor into faction crypts. And then I think we already have a copy of Elhain, but that could turn into a book there. And also we have a copy of War Maiden that could turn into a book there. So not too bad. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and pull the Sacred. And we'll do the same thing with the Sacred. We know we're going to get at least one epic here, right? Be somebody good. Catacomb Counselor is not awful. He's an ally attacker, and I kind of like ally attacks, but yeah, the rest of his kit is pretty trash. So that's unfortunate, but okay. So faction wars champion. Let's see about our void shards here. Both of these are great, actually. But I think we'll go with Supreme Kel. And then both of these are great too. I don't have a poisoner, and I don't really have a cleanser. They're both poisoners, actually. Let's go with the cleanse. I think that's probably better. All right, three shots at this. Let's pull at least one last void epic, please. The only rare that I could think of that might be valuable, I guess we could pull a Bellower. But otherwise, I was thinking Reliquary Tender. Nope, nothing good here. Come on, one last one. Let's get something. Nope. Oh well. Okay, that's all right because I do need chickens. I need chickens. Yeah, so in order to get my next 6 stars, I need some chickens. So I had to pull all those shards anyway. Not that exciting, but this has been my luck with shard pulls during this challenge. I can't complain overall because I do think I've gotten some good pulls. It's just far fewer epics than I should be getting for the number of fragments that I pulled. But yeah, we'll probably get at least one more void shard here on day 81. And basically, I'm going to be YOLOing shards the rest of the way, right? As soon as I get them, I'm pulling them. I'm not waiting for anything. Oh, we can get some points over here. Let's go ahead and check out the Fortune Deck of Fate. We've got 6 cards. Let's see if we can grab something. Oh, that's a nice piece. That might be a nice piece, too. There are some 25 fragments. All right. So let's see what we got. No speed. Speed, crit damage, and accuracy. No crit rate. Oh, very nice. Crit rate, crit damage, and speed, with speed being the mythical bonus. That is going to be huge. Let's hope we got speed boots here with crit rate. That would be really cool. Nope. But maybe we'll use, maybe we'll rework these, see if we can't get something. But together, these two could potentially be usable, especially like I could put them on my Cold Heart, right? Because she only needs 70% crit rate anyway. So a little bit of a lack of crit rate is not a huge deal there. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I will take it. I need good gear. I need good gear. All right, so that is it. Let me know in the comments below, where do you think I'm going to end up? Am I going to stay in the top 5? Am I going to get pushed out of it? Is Papa Drock going to catch me? Am I going to catch Crop? Or is he too far ahead? He's over 1,000 points ahead of me, so might be too far ahead. Let me know also if you've seen anywhere where you think I could get some progress. Maybe you want to suggest my next 6-star. That'd be great as well. All right, thanks so much for hanging out. I have been Cole Red, and I will see you in another video soon.